Amanda realized that she was pregnant. She tried to hide it from everyone, including her parents. She even tried to get rid of the pregnancy with the help of Ama and Ugo, but it didn't work. Eventually, her mother noticed and asked her about it. Amanda denied it at first, but later she had to tell the truth. Once upon a time, in a small village, wrapped in the arms of nature, there lived a girl named Amanda. Amanda was like a shining star in her village, known for her beauty that seemed to light up the whole place. She was the only child of her loving parents, her father, a hard-working farmer, and her mother, a skilled weaver, whose hands wove magic into clothes. In this village, where every sunrise brought a new story, Amanda was a tale of her own. From the elder sitting under a bauble tree to the young stars playing near the stream, everyone knew of Amanda. They admired her, not just for her looks, but for the kindness that sparkled in her eyes. Strangers who passed through the village for trade or travel couldn't help but notice Amanda. They often left gifts, coins, and pretty trinkets as if touched by her grace. Amanda's parents, though simple in their means, treated her like a queen. They dreamed of a future where she could find a love as grand as the tales told by the traveling birds. They hoped for her to meet a man who was not only handsome but kind-hearted, someone who would cherish their precious daughter as they did. In this village, where each day flowed like a gentle river, Amanda's life was simple, yet full of warmth. She helped her mother with weaving, and sometimes accompanied her father to the fields. Her laughter was a melody that resonated in the hearts of those who heard it. This is the story of Amanda, the village jewel, whose life was about to take a turn she never expected. A story of beauty, choices, and the mysterious paths of life. Let us walk with her on this journey, and see where the wings of fate take her. In the same village, not far from where Amanda lived, there were two girls named Ama and Ugo. They came from the richest family in the village. Everybody respected them because of their wealth. They wore the most expensive clothes and had things that even the hardest-working farmer couldn't afford. They didn't make friends with other girls because they thought they were better than everyone else. As Amanda turned 15, her beauty became even more mesmerizing. Everyone in the village wanted to see her. One day, Ama and Ugo were sitting by the stream, laughing and talking. Amanda came to fresh water. She was polite and greeted them as she always did with everyone. When she was about to leave with her water, Ama and Ugo called her. They asked if they could be her friends. Amanda's house swelled with happiness at this unexpected offer of friendship. She couldn't believe that the most respected girls in the village wanted to be friends with her. She hurried home, excited to share the news with her mother. Her mother, wise and thoughtful, listened to Amanda's excited chatter. She smiled, but also offered a word of caution. "It's good to make new friends, but be careful, Amanda. You don't have what they have. They might try to change you." She warned Amanda. She also told her to stay true to herself and her values, despite the area of the new world. But Amanda was too excited to worry. She was so thrilled at the prospect of the loving friends, and Amanda and Ugo. She started spending more of her time with them. They went out together, played and explored the village. Amanda's life began to change. She was entering a new world with her friends, a world different from the simple life she had always known. As the days passed by, Amanda found herself increasingly absorbed in the life of her new friends. Drawn into the world that glittered with wealth but was perhaps not as bright as it seems, there was a new chapter of Amanda's life, one that would lead her down paths she had never imagined. Amanda, Alma, and Ugo became close friends. One day, they heard about a big festival happening in a nearby village. Alma and Ugo were excited and wanted Amanda to come with them. Amanda hesitated at first. The idea of venturing out to a festival in another village was daunting. She thought of her parents, their expectations, and their simple life she was accustomed to. But Alma and Ugo were persuasive. They painted pictures of the fun and excitement that awaited them. They said to Amanda, "You are old enough to make your own choices. You don't have to tell your parents everything." And slowly, Amanda's hesitation turned into curiosity. After thinking about it, Amanda agreed to go with them. It was her first time going to such a big event without her parents. At the festival, Amanda caught the eyes of many men. They all wanted to talk to her because of her beauty. At first, she didn't want to speak with them, but Alma and Ugo encouraged her. They said, "You are beautiful, and you can get anything you want with your looks." So Amanda started talking to them. Then, A prince came to the festival. He saw Amanda and wanted to meet her. They talked, and they got along well. After meeting the prince, Amanda felt different. She started thinking she could live a life different from the one in her village. She liked the attention and the new way of life her friends showed her. That festival changed Amanda. She began to act differently, more confident, but also a bit arrogant. The respectful village girl was then testing a new life, one that was taking her away from her simple, humble beginnings. After the festival, Amanda changed a lot. She became more confident, but with it came a sense of arrogance. She started going out without her parents, and sometimes even ignored the village elders. The once polite and respectful Amanda was now acting differently. Then came Amanda's 16th birthday. The whole village celebrated her beauty just like they did every year. She received many gifts from the villagers, but this time, there was a man named Shima who brought his gifts a day after her birthday. Shima was handsome, rich, tall and fair. Many women in the village dreamed of marrying him. Shima started visiting Amanda often. She liked him and enjoyed his company during this time. Amanda's parents got suspicious of Shima's frequent visits and tried to warn Amanda to stay away from him, but she wouldn't listen. Her arrogance has now gotten to the best of her. She told her parents that she's now a big girl and she can now make decisions for herself. Then one hot afternoon, Shima came to visit and took Amanda to his house, far from her parents' home. He treated her well, and they spent a lot of time together. But that day, something happened that changed everything. They became intimate. Not long after, Amanda realized she was pregnant. She tried to hide it from everyone, including her parents. She even tried to get rid of the pregnancy with the help of Ama and Ugo, but it didn't work. Eventually, her mother noticed and asked her about it. Amanda denied it at first, but later, she had to tell the truth. When her parents found out, they were disappointed and felt disgraced. The villagers who once admired Amanda and brought him stopped coming. Amanda felt ashamed and lost. She tried to reach out to Chema, but he stopped coming to see her. When her parents and Amanda went to Chema's house to comfort him, they found out he had left the village for good. Amanda felt betrayed and alone. Her friends Alma and Hugo also turned their backs on her, saying they had nothing to do with pregnancy. The girl who was once the jewel of the village was now facing the hardest time of her life. She had to live with the choices she made. Far from the simple and joyful life she once knew, the news of her pregnancy spread fast through the village. Amanda, who was once surrounded by friends and admirers, found herself isolated. The community which has awaited her every birthday now seemed cold and distant. The love and admiration they had for her turned into judgment and gossip. Chima, the father of her child, had abandoned her and left the village. Amanda felt deeply betrayed by him. She had trusted him and believed in the promises he made, but when she needed him the most, he was nowhere to be found. The realization that he would not be there for her or their child was heartbreaking. Amanda also felt betrayed by her friends, Alma and Hugo. They had been her companions in the journey that led her to this point, but now they denied any involvement. They said they had nothing to do with her pregnancy and avoided her. This abandonment by her friends added to her pain and loneliness. As her pregnancy advanced, Amanda had to face the reality of her situation. She was going to be young, more than without the support of the child's father, in a community that no longer looked at her the same way. The respect and admiration she once enjoyed were gone, replaced by judgment and isolation. And that is the end of the story. You see, Amanda's story teaches us some simple but important questions. First, it shows the choices we make are important that can change our lives, so we should think carefully before deciding. It also tells us that the people we hang out with can influence us a lot, sometimes in ways we don't expect. This story reminds us that every action has a result, and sometimes this result can be tough to deal with. It teaches us that what really matters is who we are on the inside, not just how we look or how popular we are. And finally, Amanda's story shows us that no matter what mistake we make, there is always a chance to start over and make things right. This story is all about learning from our mistakes and remember what's really important in your life. I hope you enjoyed this. If so, please subscribe to the channel and turn on post notification. See you on the next video. Bye.